Hey y'all, this is Misty Dawn with the Manamal Streaming Radio, and I'm here talking to Ronnie Hemlin from the Swedish metal band Tad Morose. Thank you so much for calling in today. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. How is it in Sweden today? What's the weather like?
Too hot.
I hear you.
Really.
Now, can we start off by naming everybody in the band and what they do?
I don't know. Just kidding. Well, we have me, of course, Ronnie Hemlin. I'm the vocalist. And then we have Christer Krunt Andersson, guitars. And Kenneth Jonsson, guitars. Johan Lövgren, bass. And Peter Morén, drums.
Good, good. Now, how did you all meet?
Well, I don't remember. It's like 30 years ago.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Long time.
But I haven't been in the band since, but I think most of us have known each other since always, since we were teenagers. So.
Well, that's always nice.
Yeah, playing in different bands, but yeah.
Okay.
And now, and finally we've got together in the same band.
You guys do it well. I enjoy your music very much.
Yeah.
Who were some of your influences that got you into wanting to become a musician?
Me personally? Yeah, Black Sabbath, King Diamond, Queensryche, Dream Theater, etc., etc. There's so many.
Oh yes, and they're all good ones you just chose.
Thank you.
Now, like you said, you guys have been around for a long time. You have 10 studio albums out, and your most recent is Chapter X, correct?
Yes.
That's a great title. How do you feel this album differs from your previous release, Sanctimonious, and further from your first record, Leave the Past Behind?
Well, it's, in my opinion, it's not even comparable with Leave the Past Behind, because that's, what is it, 27 years ago or something, and it's a very proggy, keyboard-oriented album, whilst Chapter X is more guitar-driven, melodic power metal with maybe a touch of prog. not at all like the first 2, 3, 4 albums, who was, in my opinion, keyboard-oriented prog metal.
Right, that's the way it was back in those days. Now, how long did it take you to write this album?
Chapter X?
Yes.
From the very first riff until it was ready, maybe a year.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Do you all contribute to the songwriting process, or is it just mainly you?
No, it's everybody. Some do more than others, but in the end, everybody contributes.
Awesome. Now, right off the bat with the first song, Apocalypse, that song just kicks you in the gut. It's melodic metal. And then with each of your other songs, it's got you fist pumping the whole way through. And when you've got an album that grabs you from the start like that, it's amazing. You know you stumble upon something exquisite. Now, what led you to choose GMR Music as your new record company?
A good deal. Irresistible deal. No, actually, when we signed for The Spot, our former label, we were actually meant to be signing with GMR, but circumstances with GMR back then was, for them, it was not right, because they took a break or something, so they gave us to The Spots, and we did our 2 albums with The Spots, and then we checked with GMR again and now they were on the track again, so to speak.
Well, that's great. You always, when you have a great record company behind you, it makes things so much easier. There's a lot of artists out there that find that out the hard way, unfortunately.
Indeed.
Now, having watched the video for This Is Night, which is your first single and video off of Chapter X, I could see why so many people get into your music. It pulls listeners in with rhythm, and you refer to gaining fans as collecting souls. How did that all come about? I love it.
Well, they asked for a statement or a short bio or something, biography, and I don't know. I just wrote it.
It's pretty awesome, though. I mean, they're your fans, so they're, you're collecting their souls by providing them with the music that they love, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
What is your favorite track off of this album?
That's a tough question. I get it a lot, but I used to answer like this. It depends on my mood of the day. So it differs from day to day, actually. But my first favorite was Apocalypse. That's why that was the first video.
Great. Now, you guys have been through a few lineup changes through the years. However, you've remained consistent. Do you think you found the dream team, so to speak?
I hope so. I don't know. But I hope so, and it feels good right now.
Right. That's good. I hope it stays the way it is, because you guys are really something else. I really like you a lot.
Thank you.
Sure. Now, do you plan to tour with this album? If you do you have any dates and places you can share with us?
Nothing is booked. No tour is booked, but we have some club shows in Sweden, and of course we're going to Germany and around Europe, but nothing is booked yet, but it will be. We're booked at a festival in Greece, Athens, in December. What's it called? Into Battle Festival. Yeah.
That sounds like fun. You guys have a lot of festivals over there.
Yeah, a lot.
That's great. Yeah, we don't have so much over here. We have a few, but nothing as extensive as you guys do over there. Now, what has been your biggest challenge as a band?
I don't know, sticking together. No, I don't know. It's the business, I guess. It's the biggest challenge. The business itself. How do you say? Yeah. Clubs don't want to pay you. They think you should work for free, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they all, same old.
I understand that, and I get that answer actually a bit from people across the ocean. So,
Yeah.
Now, do you have any musical people in your family?
Me personally, I have a brother who's the singer in a duo called Nordman. Very, very famous here in Sweden. Sold platinum and stuff in the 90s.
Wow, that's awesome. What's the name of the band again?
Nordman.
Okay, well, we'll put that on when we...
Means Northman.
Okay. We'll put that in whenever we put the video up. We'll go ahead and put that link up there as well.
Do it.
Okay. Now, this is one of my favorite questions to ask because it's not, the typical, this, that, the other about music. What is the most rock star thing you've ever done?
I don't know if I want to tell you. No, I don't know. Going on tour is very rock star-ish.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. We always like that. We like crazy stories sometimes, so we get a little excited.
Yeah, I want spilled coffee in an airplane.
Oh, my.
Oh, God.
And have you had a crazy fan encounter yet?
Meaning?
Maybe somebody that stripped down for you? I don't know.
No.
Nothing like that, huh?
Like that.
Few people have some different stories out there, so it's some
Yeah.
more shocking. If you could just choose one person to collaborate with, whether they're alive or dead, who would you choose and why?
Except for the guys in my band, of course. Who would I pick? There's so many to pick from. I don't want to be a cliche, but perhaps I can't pick a singer, I guess, because that would be
Impossible.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Well, there you go. You can't get much better than that. That was a good answer. Now, what type of music do you listen to these days?
I listen to Tad Morose a lot. Just kidding. I listen to mostly stuff that I liked in the 80s and 90s, to be honest. King Diamond, Queensryche. The most modern thing I listen to is Killswitch Engage or Diablo from Finland and stuff like that. I also listen a lot to our neighbors in the north, Nocturnal Rites.
Oh, they're good too. I just actually came across them about a month ago. Very good.
Yeah, I love them.
Now, what song off of this album, Chapter X, do you feel like captures the essence of your band?
Ooh, tough one. I don't know. I don't know the names of the songs. I would say Where Stars Align. It has a bit of everything, I think.
Can you give us what the song means?
Lyric-wise?
Yes.
No. I don't have the lyrics in front of me, and I don't have it in my head either. It's too new.
Right, I understand.
Two reasons.
All right, now we do like to ask a couple of questions from fans, and Monique wants to know, who were your role models growing up?
Role models. Well, same as I said before, King Diamond, Queensryche, Dream Theater, stuff like that. If it's musically role models, or else it's my brother and stuff like that. So.
Great. Okay. Good answers. Let's see. Chris wants to know, what is your favorite food?
Oh, pizza.
I think that's about everybody's top 5, huh? And let's see. I can't read this person's name, so I'm just going to try. Annalisa would like to know what your favorite time of year is.
Summer, of course.
Summer. All right. And Dawson wants to know, what's your favorite candy bar?
Well, I don't know if you have it, but here in Sweden it's called Kex choklad.
Nope.
It's a kind of a cracker with chocolate on it.
Ooh, that sounds good to me. Anything with chocolate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would really, our listeners would like to have you kind of give us a walkthrough of like your production process, for this album. Songwriting
process until it's and recording process, or
recording process. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, almost everyone in this band has their own home studio, so to speak, and everybody records their own stuff. Krunt records his guitar at his little studio at home, and so do Kenneth in his little studio at home. And then me and Johan, the bass player, we have a real studio here in our hometown, Gävle, where we collect all the files and do the mixing, and I also do the vocals, and he does the bass in the studio. So and the drums, of course, and everything gets collected in the studio for mixing and mastering and stuff like that. So.
And have you worked with some big name producers or mixers?
No, we did it ourselves. The album is actually mastered by Jonas Kjellgren from Rauptyr, bass player.
How hard do you find it promoting music in these days?
It's really easy, but I don't know the effect, because now we have you have Facebook and YouTube. It's easy to be seen, but the effects, I don't know. People are so used to all the new music and videos and stuff, so it's easy to promote it, but I don't know how much it reaches out, so to speak.
Right. And it's a whole different, it's not a completely different sound, but it's something that somebody who's listened to you for the long haul is going to hear a little difference in. So that's, I understand where you're coming from on that. Now, is there anything that you might like to add that we didn't have a chance to get covered in this interview today?
No, I think you got it all covered.
Good. I hope so. I was trying my hardest for you there. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let everybody know, our listeners, to look out for Tad Morose's new album, Chapter X. It will be sure to rock you to your core. This is Misty Dawn from the Manamal Streaming Radio, and you have a great day.